Hello children, how are you all today? I hope you all are healthy and happy. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to start a new chapter from your Mastering Grammar book, and this chapter is the fourth chapter, Noun Number. Now in our previous video lessons, we had learned about nouns, we had learned about the different kinds of nouns, and also I had told you about a quality of the noun which will tell you whether it's masculine, feminine, common or neuter, right? We learned about it, and now in this one, what's the difference? What's the difference that we are going to learn about a quality of the noun? That's number. Noun's number will help you count, actually will help you determine whether the noun is singular or plural. Now what is singular or plural? Singular, children, refers to one thing or person, whereas plural refers to a number of things, that means two or more things. So now let's get started with learning of the chapter, with understanding the chapter. You will find this lesson on page number 19 of your book, and when it's beginning we can see that there's this definition of singular noun. When we can call a noun singular, let's find it. A noun is said to be singular if it refers to one person or thing. I already told you this, then let's write it down. A noun is said to be singular if it refers to one thing or person, refers to one person or thing. Yes? Now let us look at some examples. For example, we have book. Okay, this word clearly tells us that we are talking about one book. Then we have chair, boy, baby, monkey. See children, these all these nouns actually are telling us what? That they are single in quantity. That means we know by number they are singular, they are one only. So obviously you can understand that we are going to talk about countable nouns only. For the uncountable nouns, we don't have any other plural form, we use it in singular only. So all the uncountable nouns are already singular, okay? We cannot use plural verbs with it. But for countable nouns, we can determine whether it's singular or plural, right? So let us see here. Now if I am going to use this one, let's see what I was telling about the verb. The book is on the table. Yes children? The book is on the table. Now book and is used for what? For singular noun. So book is talking about a single thing, one thing. So that's why this is a singular. This book is a singular noun. Also in this sentence we can see one more word is there, which is countable noun. This table, right? So this is also singular noun. Because it's countable and we are not pluralizing it, we are talking about only one. That means this word the is clearly telling us that we are talking about only one, because and the, these articles are used with only singular nouns. Okay children, so here we have that this table is also singular. Now we will be moving to knowing the plural nouns. A noun is said to be plural if it refers to more than one thing or person. Okay, let's write it down. I told you that when you're talking about two or more things, we are going to say that those nouns are in plural form. Yes? So let's write the definition. It's already in your book. You can write it from there as well. A noun is said to be plural if it refers to more than one person or thing. Yes? for example, let me pick up the examples from singular nouns only. So book becomes books. We are adding s here. Now chairs, boys, babies. Yes, you can see how we have changed it into plural. Here we have added s to book. Here we have added again s to chair, then s with boys, and then with baby we had added ies. Now we will be moving towards knowing the rules, how we changed from singular to plural and how we are going to use it, right? So let's see the first one. Okay, I already told you this thing, only countable nouns can have plural verb, plural form, and the uncountable nouns are always singular. You should remember this, it's very important fact. Okay, now let's see what we can do with the rules, how we can change a singular noun to plural nouns. So when we change a singular noun, the first point, when we change the singular noun to a plural noun, we generally add s or es. Okay, let's see how to do it. So first rule is by adding, okay, let me write what we are doing it here. Convert singular nouns to plural nouns. We are doing this only. Yes, so how are we going to convert? Let's see. The first thing is, let me draw a line here as well. So number one, when we change, so this is by adding, first way is by adding s or es, okay, or es to the singular noun. So we have to add s or es to the singular noun. Yes. So this is our first point. Now let's see which words we can use. I gave you one example, book, right? We will be adding s to it and it will become what? Books. Right? So this is singular whereas this is plural. So let me write singular here and let me write plural on the right side. Yes? So singular, plural. Now let us see some more words. You can even think of some of your own words. Door, doors. Yes? Then chair, chairs. Trees, tree. You can see then we are adding s to it. Trees. Then we have for this one, for the es part, fox. Fox becomes what? Foxes. Bench become benches. You see children, there are also certain rules which are not mentioned here clearly, but when you see x, you are going to add es to it. Okay, when you see that our noun ends with x and that's a countable noun, then you are going to add es to make the plural form of it. Okay, suppose if I would have not used fox here and I would have told you box, so it will also the same rule applies here as well. It will become what? It will become boxes. We are adding es to the words which ends in x. Okay, for ch also children you should know this. Now see, bench, benches, branch. You see it's ending with ch. So this will also take what? This will also be taking es to at the end of it. So it will become branches. So the word like, the letters like x, ch, all these letters, all these combination of letters will use es at the end of the main word for making plural nouns. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now let's move to the next one. You can see some more examples are given there like class, classes, okay, glass, glasses. You saw what's the common ground here, what's common here, like class, it's ending with double s. That's why we are adding es to it. Now imagine if you have to add only s after class, what it will become? Class with 3 s at the end, right? So we aren't going to do that because it will look really odd, the spelling will look really odd. That's why we are going to use es. So whatever is ending in s, Okay, we are always going to use es. Note that nouns ending in a hissing sound, s, ss, ch, sh and x, I told you about this, add es to the single form. You have to do this. Like if it's ending in s, sound, right? It's hiss sound. When your sound is coming at the end, or chaw sound like bench, chaw, right? So which is hissing sound? X, x, s, right? So you have to clearly note that it will be taking what? It will be taking es to the end of it. Yes? Now let's see what's with the other rule. Most nouns ending in f or fe form their plural by changing the f or fe into ves. Yes? So let's see some examples so that we know this point, and I'll clear the board till then. So, what is the second point that we are going to learn? Now, most nouns ending with f or fe becomes plural by adding what? By adding ves at the end of it, at the end of the singular noun. Let us see some examples so that we can have a clear idea. Singular noun. Yes. So example, for example, what we have, like see leaf. This is ending in f. So what did I tell you? F will be replaced by what? It will be replaced by ves. So lea remains the same and f is removed to place what? Ves. Okay. Now see the other word, knife. Okay. I told you that whether if it's f, it's ending with fe, then only we are going to do it. So it's ending with fe again. So we are going to write till kni, and then fe, this letter will be replaced by ves. Okay. So you can see a lot of examples are there. Shelf becomes shelves. Yes. Then we have wife becomes wives. Yes. I hope you understood this, children. Now let's move to the next point. However, some nouns ending in f form their plural in the normal way. Yes, children. To this rule, there is also an exception that we are not considering, or we are not always using ves after every noun which is ending with f. Okay, we are not going to do it because there are some exceptions. There are certain words which will take s after it. So now this rule doesn't apply to these words. Okay, the words that I am writing on this side, this rule won't be applying to those words. Like dwarf. Okay, dwarf. You will think man has asked us to add ves when the noun ends in f. But no, for certain words we do not do it. Okay. So remember this, D, W, A, R, F and S. F will remain as it is and we are going to add S to it. Okay. Remember this. Now see, some other words are also there. Chief. Okay. We are going to write C-H-I-E-F-S and not I-E-V-E-S. Okay. We are not going to add. Certain words are there, children. There are certain words which will be exception in every case. Okay. So now, most nouns ending in O form their plural by adding es to the singular. You should remember this also. Now, all the nouns which will be ending with O or anything, then we will add es to the singular noun. Okay. Let's write the rule first, then I will be giving you examples. So most nouns ending in O form their plural by adding what? By adding es to the end. So like potato becomes what? Potatoes. Yes, it's ending in O, and now we are going to add es to form the plural. So children, this side is singular, this side is plural. Okay, so you see potato becomes potatoes. Now hero becomes what? Heroes. Yes. Mosquito ending in O again, so it will become mosquitoes. Yes. So there are lots of examples given here. Tomato becomes tomatoes, then mango becomes mangoes, torpedo becomes torpedoes. Okay, so remember this. However, some nouns that end with O, I told you there will be exceptions. So here again we are looking at some exceptions, like piano. Okay, it will not be taking es, but instead it will be taking what? S. So piano becomes pianos with S and not es. Okay, so photo becomes photos and not es but with s. Studio, dynamo, all these words are exceptions to this rule. Okay, we are not applying this rule to certain words. Some of the words are piano, photo and then studio. Okay children, now let's move to the next. What we have, let's see. If a noun ends with a y and the y has a consonant before it, its plural is formed by changing the y into ies. Okay children, now let's see what are we being told. So most nouns if a noun ends with, okay, with y, and y has, and this y has a consonant before it. I hope it is clear now what is a consonant. Consonant before it. Okay, then plural is formed by replacing y or by changing y into what? IES. Let's see, I gave you the example in the very beginning, baby. See, now this is why this word is a noun. First of all, it is ending in y and it has a consonant before it. Okay, so what we are going to do, what we have been asked to do, BAB will be same, then we are going to change y into IES. Okay, so now children, can you tell me, will we change the y into IES for this one also? No, because what did I tell you, that the word has to end with y, but it has to be preceded by a consonant. O is a vowel and not a consonant. That's why this rule won't be applying to this word. Instead, what we are going to do, we are going to write s to it. We are going to add s and not IES, and the y also remains the same. Okay, so see, T O Y, because we have a vowel in front of y, that's why we are not going to do what? We are not going to change this y into IES, or we are not even going to change or use IES. We are just going to use s. Okay, so these are the exceptions. Okay, so whenever you see that there is a vowel, this was a consonant, right children? This was a consonant. That's the reason we used IES in place of y. But whenever you see that in front of y or before y there is a vowel, you are always going to add s. Like see, story, story, this story, okay. This one, because it has what? It has, this story has R in front of it. This word story has R in front of Y. That's why we are going to change it into IES. But see this story, okay, this story, we have what? This story means the floors of house, right? Floors of a building. This story means that. So this one will be what? Because there is a vowel in front of Y, we are going to change it by adding S and not replacing Y with IES, right? So see, I hope this is clear. I hope you understood this, right? I think you're clear. Now let's move to the other point. Some nouns form their plural by changing the inside vowel or vowels of the singular form. Okay, so yes, in these examples that in this point we will see how vowels change to become plural. Okay, let's write this point first. Some nouns form their plural by changing the inside vowel. Or vowels of singular form. So the very first example given in your book is goose. Yes, so can you spot the vowel? Definitely you can. W, right? So this will change into G-E-E-S-E. Geese, right? Now foot. Again W, this will change into double E, feet. Right? Then we have tooth for single tooth, right? Then this double O will change into double E, teeth, right? So loose, L, louse actually. So here OU is our pair of vowels. So we are going to change it to another vowel, that is L-I-C-E. Okay, lice. Okay. So now, like one more example we have, this is the most common one, we have always used it. Woman becomes women, right? So see, we have changed A into E to make the plural of woman, right? Now children, let's move to the last point, last rule I think. After this, we are going to understand that how we are going to use the plural or singular form. Now, if a noun consists of several words, like compound nouns, the S is added to the main words. Now children, I will help you understand what is a compound noun. Like two separate nouns which individually means something else, but when they come together, they form another meaning. Okay, so they are compound nouns. Like you can see here, son, law are different words, right? They mean different things. But when they are coming together, like son-in-law, they are actually forming a completely different meaning. So this way, we will know that the nouns which are having their plural form, they will only be changed and the rest of the part of the word will be left undisturbed. Yes, let's see what I am telling you and what I am trying to tell you. If a noun consists of several words, that means if a noun is a compound noun. the S is added to the main word. Added to the main word. For example, passerby. Yes, the plural of this one will become what? Passers-by. Because by is not a main word here, but in fact, passer is, so passers-by. Then son-in-law. Son is the main word here, it will become what? Sons-in-law. Yes, we are not going to touch in-law, but instead we are going to change the plural, we are going to change singular to plural of sons. Yes, countable nouns. Now mother-in-law will become mothers-in-law. Close-up will become what? Close-ups. Right? Close-ups. So children, I hope you understood this. Now let's move to the information part, what you will learn from this part. You must remember that the plural of man-servant is men servants. Yes, the plural of child is children. So, and the plural of ox is oxen. Children, these are exceptions. That's why they have told us this. That's why they have mentioned these things. Now, scissors, spectacles, shorts, trousers, clothes. Clothes means what? Stitched clothes I am talking about. I am not talking about a piece of cloth. I am just talking about stitched clothes, which are like trousers, which are your dresses. Okay, all those things are used in plural form always. And you should remember that whatever is having a pair, like you have seen a scissor, right? It exists in pairs, like we have symmetrically, we have two sides to it. That's why we are going to consider it what? Plural only. So whenever you are going to use the word scissors, you are always going to use a plural verb. That means what? These scissors are mine. Okay? These scissors are mine, and not the scissors are mine. Right? So these scissors are mine and not this scissors is mine. Yes, got it? So because it's taking s at the end of it, do not think that it has become plural that way. It is always using plural only. It is always in plural form. Okay? So see, mathematics, news, politics, innings appears to be plural, but they are always singular. Yes children, all the subjects like physics, mathematics, politics, all these things which are using s at the end of it, but they are singular. Okay, we are talking about a single thing. So you should remember that they are always considered singular. Like news. Okay, you may think that news, because it's taking s at the end of it, the letter news is taking s at the end of it, you should not consider it to be plural. In fact, you should consider it to be a singular noun. Now mathematics are interesting? No, mathematics is interesting. Physics is interesting. Physics is my favorite subject and not physics are my favorite subject, because ultimately it's talking about one thing, right? So Indian team lost the match by an innings. Okay, so here see innings word, the word has to have s at the end of it. You cannot call it, you cannot say inning, right? It has to be innings and it is singular. So remember this one. Some nouns have the same plural and singular form. Okay, they do not change. Even when we want to change it into plural, we use the same form. Like furniture. Furniture is plural as well as singular. So the furniture is polished. Information. The word information is also what? It is singular. Okay, all the information is noted. So nouns like scenery, furniture, information, advice, aircraft are always used in the singular form. Like scenery is appealing to the eyes. We are not going to say sceneries. Okay, we are always going to say scenery. Okay, we are not going to change it into plural because it is always singular. Okay. I saw 2 aircrafts in the sky. No, yes, this is correct. You are not going to say I saw 2 aircrafts in the sky. You are going to say I saw 2 aircrafts. Yes children, I hope this is clear. See, now you have a lot of words again. Cattle and people appear to be in singular form, but they are all plural form. Okay, sorry. So now you should remember that cattle and people, you will think that they are in one category only, collective noun. So we can consider it singular. No children, you are always using them as plural only. So words like cattle and people are always used in plural form. Now cattle are in the shade, not the cattle is in the shade. It will be wrong. You cannot use that. The people were thrilled, not the people is thrilled or are thrilled. Okay, you can see here the people are thrilled is right, but the people was thrilled, the people is thrilled would have been wrong. Okay, now children, let it be till here only. We will continue with this lesson in our following video lesson. I hope you understood this chapter. Please revise it well, and we will meet in another video lesson with the rest of the chapter. Till then, please take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye.